Grand Divine, Divine Rise, blessed be. I trust that your day be everything that you require to create all that you desire. Trust is greater than hope. Trust is greater than hope. You see, with the truth, it has to be accepted regardless of what it is. The truth must be accepted regardless. It doesn't matter if it's something that doesn't serve you or if it's something bad or like doesn't serve you. It hurts your feelings, whatever it is. The truth has to be accepted. We know this. When it comes to the process of this week is going to be big on the aspects of understanding from this Tuesday's episode of the podcast is Wounded Illusions. Understanding how the wounds of the wounded feminine and wounded masculine are used to create this space, Grand Rising, are used to create this space, to create that space where you get locked in at. And this Friday we're getting into manifesto, the manifesto of unconscious focus. The first thing that we need to understand for ourselves is, what are you a manifestation of? In this space, when you came down to this level, when you came into your existence, into your creation, understanding that very root or original cause of where you were manifested from. Whether you were manifested within love, whether you were manifested within, how were you born? How did you come down the pipeline? What was the setting of where you were at when you were in your space? Because this is going to help us lock in and align to our becoming or rising into our higher self. You cannot, there's two trees. The tree that you came down off of, you fell off of, and then the tree that you are going to grow into. And until you understand the tree that you grew off of, you cannot move into the aspect of the tree that you're going to grow. So manifesto of the unfocused, manifesto of the unconscious focus this Friday. Tomorrow, today is the only day that matters. We're getting into Wounded Illusion. So stay tuned for that. But I trust is greater than I hope. I hope puts us in a state of mindset of victim. I hope for the best. If I'm always hoping for something, I can't trust the process. If I'm always hoping, I cannot trust the process. When I woke up, my mindset's been on I trust and I hope. I trust versus I hope. I trust versus I hope. I trust that my day will be the best day for me within being fruitful, being full of love, being full of my peace, being full of these things. Why? Because I know what I'm doing and setting the intentions for in my day. I'm taking my accountability and responsibility in my day. I'm building my day. I have trust in my day because I have trust in myself. The only reason that an individual would have hope that their day would be okay is because you have not learned or taken responsibility in a certain part of creating your day. Only you have, if you understand you only can save yourself, you can only you can love yourself the best, and everything becomes a reflection of that, then when I'm looking at myself and I'm starting my day, do I trust my day is going to be great? Or do I hope my day is going to be great? If I hope my day is going to be great, that means everything that comes into my day can slowly take me down. It can slowly stop my momentum. But if I'm moving in the aspect that I'm not trusting everything in my day, everything that comes to me in this day, in this space that I'm in right now, everything that I'm doing in this day, in this moment, is going to help me make the impact for the value of my energy and where I'm at and where I need to go, where I want to go, where I want my focus to be at. This is the biggest aspect of you realizing that. For a lot of us, we come into that space for ourselves, and how you start your day really matters. If I start my day without clearing from the night before, then I'm going to wake up. I'm not going to have a good night's sleep. I'm not going to have a good night's sleep. I'm going to ignore the witching hour for myself. I'm going to ignore the witching hour for myself. And the ancestors is like, yo, come sit outside with us real quick. When the spirits is telling me to come sit outside, I may ignore that because I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep. So I can't trust the process of maybe I do need to go outside and sit down with the spirits. Maybe I need to sit up and really clear my mind before I clear my plate before I go try to fill it the next day. This is you bringing yourself into balance. Hope makes you look for perfect, or this gives you a false expectancy of perfect, when perfect simply is balance. I trust that my day will be perfect. I trust that my day will be balanced. I trust that in my day it will be of balance. That means I'm gonna have a balanced amount of negative things, and I'm gonna have a balanced amount of positive things that happen, but I'm gonna learn from these negative aspects, and I'm gonna learn from these positive aspects. I'm not looking to win or lose. I'm not looking to win or lose. I'm not looking to win or lose. I'm looking to learn. I'm looking to be able to apply for more understanding. I'm looking to groom. I'm looking to cultivate. If I'm always concentrating on the win or the loss, yeah. If I'm always holding into the aspects of the win or the loss, then I'm always going to be in competition with something. I'm going to find myself either in competition directly, or I'm going to find myself around other individuals trying to compete. When you have the aspect of hope, you'll do something. If you do something based on hope, that means you're going to put glamour on it. You'll try to make it bigger than what it was. I was hoping that since I cut the grass, we did it when we were little. I was hoping since I cut the grass that I could get a couple extra dollars to go up to the store. I was hoping that just because it's a bar, set your tone. You trust yourself, right? You trust your energy? Say that you trust. As you start doing this, because remember, also, we're not talking about just in a trust as in the trusting and being open and honest. We're talking about the trust aspect that is within what is a trust. The trust fund. I build a trust account. That means all of my energy is put into this space for me to be able to use at a certain point in time. So also when I say that I trust that your day is everything that is required to make you align you to what you desired, that means you're filling yourself up with this new positive spark. I'm not filling myself up with hope. I'm filling myself up with whatever comes through the day. As I'm doing it through my filter of trust, my filter of honesty, my filter of openness, my filter of as I'm working on this energy, and now I need to burn this energy off. As I'm filling myself, as I'm learning how to charge myself in the beginning of my day, learning how to charge myself, this is when I can now start implementing based on my trusting myself in the process. You can hope all day that you're going to lose. If you're over 250, I can hope that all day, me being at one point, now I'm back at 195, but I could have hoped all day that I was at 215, 220, 230. I can hope all day that I'm going to lose this weight. I can hope all day. Or I can trust the process that what opens up in front of me shows me to go to the next level. I can trust that when I look into the mirror that I didn't like the image that I was seeing to me. This is that opens up the healing process. How did I allow myself to get to this point? Where would my discipline fall off at? But then I went back and looked at it, was like, yo, well, I took this amount of time off of my hermit mode to build my space. No problem, no problem, no problem. I put myself into that space that I was like, I took myself into hermit mode. There was shit I needed to work on. That's why I was in that space. If I didn't give it, I wasn't caring about those things. But now I'm back in the space where it's like, me, I match. In that layering your day, as you layering your day, everything is reinforcing it. So I trust that what I'm doing right now is going to resonate. I trust that what I do when I get done with this and I start doing the build for the podcast will reflect this. I trust that everything that I do moving forward is going to be a reflection for me to grow. Because I'm in my trust bag. I trust that everything in front of me is either going to help me grow or am I going to accept and move it to the side. That hermit phase. This is that moment of cultivation, especially coming up. Take the aspects of, you got the winter solstice coming up, that's 3 days. Winter solstice coming up. It's a 3-day period of time. What are you doing now that you're in this steady moment? It's the end. It's the end of the clock. It's the end of the clock. The clock. Now, this is for the people. What you're going to see now, what you've seen every year going on and on. You have people right now rushing to make their last couple of points. And then you have the other ones that have been doing the process of their healing, doing their processes and going through their cycles and their transitions. And now they're just sitting back watching the clock run out. This is your watching the clock run out. You can set up your plays for your 2021. Don't be one of the ones that is going to be on January. Don't be the one on December 29th sending out them text messages and posts on your social media talking about new year, new me. Do not be that person. Do not be the person hoping that you're going to be this new person without putting in your work. Trust your process. You trust yourself? I trust that my day be full of love and light and peace and dark. And it will be. I trust that everything that I touch magnifies. Because I'm in alignment with I'm not going to hope. How Baba did Gregory said it? Fuck hope. You got you don't hope to be able to pay. You don't hope that you're going to wake up in the morning. I would go into the whole aspect, but yeah. I think everybody's seen that Baba. I'm gonna post it later. But yeah, everybody's seen that Dick Gregory. You are getting ahead of yourself wherever you at. And this is one of the biggest things that I tell people. This is when I tell clients, I tell people after I do readings with them, we do their services. Do not worry. Take your mind out of worry and stress of others and where they are at. They're where they are at because they have not decided as you have decided. You made this decision coming down the pipeline. You've done all of your stuff unconsciously. Now we're about to turn all that on consciously. Bring you into that center. Bring you into that focus. That's why others have not done what you've done. Once you're able to look, like if we take this point right here, if I take this and I go like this, it's 2 points. It's 2 points. It's 2 points. If I'm looking down this point and they're looking, all they can see is the point and all I can see is the point. This is all we can see is each other's points. It takes a while. It's going to take you truly saying like, let me walk the line. They're not where you are at on this line and where you want to be at right now, where you're wanting to go. Ask yourself, do you trust yourself to go through that process? This is where that honesty and that transparency comes from. This is where you being open and honest with yourself and being transparent with yourself comes from. This is where you come setting that tone. Have I just been sliding through under the currents, or am I the wave? Am I the current, or am I the wave? Or am I the ocean? It takes the steps. But, yeah. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be streaming God Hour Podcast. Y'all will see the posts coming out throughout the day. God Hour Podcast, this week's episode is Wounded Illusion, getting deep into the aspects of the wounded feminine, the wounded masculine, and how they are used to sustain this illusion with the junk DNA. God Hour Podcast available on Spotify, iTunes, Breaker, Spreaker, Podbean, Pod Addict, iHeartRadio. You can say Alexa, play God Hour Podcast. I still don't know how I got that on there, but I want you to be the best. If you're interested in services from readings to setting up that shadow reading and the consultation, hit me in the inbox, or you can hit me at GoticoAlchemistLLC.com, or also you can check out Gotico Alchemist. That's the YouTube channel I got a video up there for what I do for a shadow work consultation reading. That's the home of the Friday Night Lectures. Share, subscribe. I want you to be the fucking best. I want you to trust yourself. I want you to understand that you being trusting yourself is greater than you having any hope in anything else. You trusting yourself is going to be greater than any hope that you put in anything else. I want you to rise. I want you to be divine. I love you. We love us. Ashe.